So now we are on YouTube too. Hello, people from YouTube. My name is Gabrielle, and I'm the host here on Talk and Talk, and I will guide this immersion today. Today we are going to talk about priorities, and I'd like to explain a little bit how TNT works. TNT is a language platform for beginners, intermediate, and advanced speakers. All immersion meetings are not regular classes, so I'm not a teacher. I'm a student, and this is a place to practice your English in a real environment. We have a specific topic to discuss about. We have some questions to guide this discussion, and we have some rules to make this moment more enjoyable. The first one is to be respectful. The second one is don't be afraid to make mistakes. So remember that here we are in a safe place, so feel free to make mistakes. If you don't know some word in English, please tell it in Portuguese, no problem. And the third one is to have fun. Okay, guys? So all the questions are on the chat. As we are 9 today, I will split up to us and create some rules to make the conversation flows better, okay? So if you receive an invite to go to another room, please accept. If you don't receive an invite, just stay in the main room, all right? At the end of the meeting, all of you bring back, I will put you again in the main room, and then we discuss more about the topic, okay, guys? So let me create the rooms. Now, I'm trying to maintain 3 people at each room, but I need to recreate it. It's not possible. Maybe it's okay now. So now it's okay. So guys, see you at the end of the meeting and have a good conversation, right?
Right.
So I'd like to invite you, Baylor, to introduce yourself, please.
Of course. So, my name is Abelard, but you can call me Abe. I am 35 years old. I live in Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais, and I'm the proud father of Bononox, my 7-year-old French bulldog. I like to say, since he was a puppy, I fed him with natural food. And so for the last 4 years, I think at the beginning of pandemic, I have dedicated my passion for cooking and made made myself his meals with cooked meats. I am a beer lover. I like to travel, explore new places. Uh, Also addicted to watching TV shows and can't resist a good video game session. That's it.
What is your favorite game?
Well, I like to nowadays I'm playing Diablo 4. Diablo 4. I like RPG games and strategic games.
I don't understand anything about games, especially in video games and strategy games and RPG, but I think Elton, you are a gamer, no?
Not
Yes, facing
exactly.
game face.
Not exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I suppose that you like video games, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
I already enjoyed a lot to play some RPG or even first person games like Counter-Strike
Okay.
and this kind of game. But nowadays my prioritize is my career, so I stopped play a lot of times.
Yeah, I completely understand you. But you can introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, sure. So I'm a guy from São Paulo. I am 31 years old. I've been working as a Python developer. I'm graduated in computer science. I'm a father. I have a little daughter. What else? In my free time, I like to do outdoor activities. I work in front of the computer. So in my spare time, I like to do some activities away from the computer. Such as run at the park, hiking, workout. Uh, Nowadays, I'm take some swim classes. What else? Yeah, I like to travel. I like to discover new beats. I feel great when I am traveling to the beach. Yeah, that's me, guys.
Thank you so much, Elton. So let me introduce myself. So my name is Gabriele. I'm 32 years old. I live in Rio de Janeiro, and I'm a scientist entrepreneur. So I have my own business focused on ingredient solutions for the plant-based market. So we are developing new ingredients for this type of foods. On my free time, I really like to do outdoor activities as you, Welcome, because I spent a lot of time on computer or doing meetings or on the lab. So I really like to go out to refresh my mind and move my body. So my favorite activities includes running, yoga, and trail. Let me see. In Rio, we have a lot of things to do, so I really like to stay with my friends and go out to enjoy with them, go to bars or restaurants or museums or other places that we have here, or just stay at home watching movies and series and reality shows or working. So, guys, that's me. Let's move on to the question number 2. Oh, sorry. Go on, Nabe.
Let me ask you a question. You are from Rio,
Yeah,
correct? You
yeah,
know Adam's Pub?
yeah. I know.
I love the pastels there.
I know. It's like I don't know. I think there is a lot of
It's a franchise, yes.
yeah, but there is
A
how to
lot of
say,
flavors of pastels.
yeah. I know what you're saying, but there is it's not just a one unity in Rio. There is a lot of unities in
Yes,
Rio in
yes,
different neighborhoods, all right? So
yes.
we have one in the neighborhood that I live, but and it's so near to my house, so I really like to go, and yeah, it's a good place.
Thank you, because every time I go to the Rio, I have to go to the Adam's Pub because I love the flavors of pastels there.
Yeah, and the pastas are so cheap compared to the other places in
Yes,
Rio.
yes, in very, very big, the pastels.
Yeah, and sometimes they have some promotions like pastels day and something like that, and you can buy I don't know some pastels for 0.99 cents, you know? So
What?
yeah,
I never see this
I
when
remember
I
this
went.
promotion. Last year, they have they did a promotion like that. I remember it.
Thanks
So
for
let's no, no
asking answer.
problem. So let's move on to the question number 2. So, what is your current priority in life? Abe, can you start? What is your current priority?
Of course, I have to say my priority number one at this moment is to find a job because I I've been to a layoff recently at my last company, so it's impossible to to think other things uh, besides find a job. And about you, Elton?
Well, like I said before, my priority nowadays is my career. But first of all, I believe that I'm giving the right priority to my family, to be a better father, a better son, a better human being. So I am in a phase that I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to have a self-development. So I'm trying to read more. I'm trying to be better in the English speak. Uh, so yeah, that's it. How about you, Gabriele?
Guys, I confess that for me it's difficult to define one priority, right? Because sometimes I think that my priority is my company, it's my own business, because especially when you have a startup at the early stage, it's so difficult to have a team, to divide the things and to delegate things. So now I can count one with me for all the things of the company. So this is so difficult to do, and so it's impossible not considerate my business as a priority for me. But on the other hand, I I feel that this year I put my health in the spotlight, and I'm trying to do my best for my health. So I I did some exams and maintain my a good how to say um a good diet. I'm moving my body every day or almost every day, and I'm trying to take care of my sleep and my self improvement, but more specifically in my health, you know. So, and as it's so stressed to have a own company, I think I know that sometimes it reflects on my health, and in this part of my life, I I have some problems with I don't know how to say this in English, but it's like my my hair it's down. Meu cabelo está caindo. I don't know why. And it's not a health problem, but I need to go to the dermatologist and discover what happens. And I know that this is a reflection of my work, the stress and the how worried I feel about my work and things related to it, you know. So I think that these two things are my priorities right now. But I consider my family, my boyfriend, and other things in my life so important too. So let me see what hair falling out. How? So thank you. Let me see. Elton, how do you determine your priorities in life?
Well, good question. I believe that sometimes uh, my mat my maturity is the how can I say that? is the role that oh man. Yeah, sometimes I mean sometimes the maturity is what is setting my goals, my priorities. So nowadays I'm not so younger, so I needed to be more aware about my actions. I need to be more aware about my future. Uh, so I believe that this bringing me more responsibilities. I'm a guy that I love it to go to the party. I love it to go to the pubs, nightclubs. So nowadays I realized that I need to have new priorities. So like I said before, I I changed it in my mind. I have new priorities because I'm thinking more about my future, not just about the present. I need to I need to be more established in life. I need to give a better future for my daughter, for my family. Uh, yeah, I believe that for me, I try to focus in this question. And you, Abe?
Well, good talk. I think as despite my current priority is to find a job, I am in constant adaptation. As an agilist, I bring the how I say discern the basis of agile methodologies for my life, for my personal life. So I consider myself as an agilist, and I am in constant adaptation. But my my main priorities in life was and always will be health, family, and knowledge. After that can be job, I don't know, friends, like something like that. But answer the question, my priorities in life is this third three ones: health, family, and knowledge. After that, you can pick anything to to in line in my priorities. And about you, Gabriel?
Let me see. I think I can determine my priorities as the things that are rolling in my life. For example, when I was in the college, my priority was to pass in all the subjects and to be graduated. And when I did my master's and my PhD, I felt the same. To my priority is to do all the things in my master's and in my PhD to have my these degrees. And right now, as I'm in other step part of my life, um, I can determine my priorities related to my career transition because I'm passing through it. But I think sometimes the urgency is one thing that motivates me to be more straight to the priorities, you know. For example, last year my father discovered that he had a cancer, and my priority in that moment is to stay with him and to talk with him with more frequency and to establish a new relation with my father because it motivates the it motivates me to put it as as my priority, you know. But as I said before, my health, as I as I'm seen as I seen that sometimes it's not good with my body or with my health, I put it as a priority of mine. So the urgency, it's one thing that moved me to put different things in my life as a priority. But in a when we think about 3 years, 5 years ahead, you need to have like not like a plan, a strict plan, but like a direction, you know, to recognize the things that are more important to you and for your family or for the people that you love and for your development. So I think these things that move me to determine my priorities, the urgence and the plans that I have for the future or for the present, for the things that I would like to to do in my present life. So, let me ask to you, Abe, are there any tools or techniques you use to prioritize tasks or goals?
Yes, there is. As I said, I am an agilist, so I use a lot of agile techniques to organize my daily lives. I have a Kanban board in Trello with all my goals, all my activities, and I inspect and adapt this every day. Let me give it an example. I had this plan to to be here in these immersions, and so every day at the end of the day, I see the next immersions, and I try to schedule some immersions between my other activities, like goes to gyms, study something, and I don't know. Is that I have it. I use the Trello to do this management and to organize my tasks and goals. And you, Gabriel?
It's so good to hear you about it because I use Trello and I use it to see I use it especially in my work and with people that work with me, and that we can see what each other are doing in the things that we planned, and it's a good way to see the things happen, because sometimes as the example that you mentioned, sometimes we maintain just in mind that, oh, I want to do 10 immersions per month. But don't count if you don't count the number of immersion that you participated, it's like that you don't did it. So I think we need some metrics for our life to show us that we did the things that we planned. And Trello, it's a good technique or a good tool to exemplify it and control the things that we do. I use it a lot in my work, but in my daily activities, I really like to do another app that called Todoist. It's an app that you can put a list of things that you need to do during the day or during the week, and you can put a check when you conclude it. And it's so good because in this app you can categor you can classify the things as for my first priority or my second priority or my third priority, and you can put attention in the things that are more urgent or is more significant to you for these days, and the other things you can delegate or you can put for the next days if you cannot conclude it because something happened in the day and you cannot to do it. So it's a good way to management the things that you planned for a day. But yeah, and like goals, big goals, I think like a chart, it's a good tool to use to see the chart along the year and to like more visual, so things that are visual, it's so good to use to prioritize the things and to do the things that you are concluding that are aligning with your priorities. And how about you, Welton? Do you use some tools or techniques to prioritize the things in your life?
Well, not nowadays, but I already used the Notion. Uh, for me, it's a great tool, but I don't know. I believe that I was forgotten to take a look there. So nowadays, I just like to mentalize my goals. I like to think about what I need to go to achieve that goal. So I don't know, but I don't have a right schedule to do the things, but I know that I need to do a specific thing in that day. So I keep the routine, I keep the constancy. So when I have a time in the morning, I go to the gym. When I have a time in the afternoon, I go to the gym. So I need to do that every day, but I don't have the right time to do my tasks, but I do. Uh, so yeah, I don't use anything more. I would like to try to use some kind of agenda. Uh, I I also believe that visual thing is good. So I would like to have some kind of agenda or planner to take notes about my ideas, because sometimes when I am watch something, or even uh, on the bed, I have a good idea, so I didn't take notes, and after that I forgot what I was thinking. I forgot the idea, so I need to have a thing to take notes. I don't like to use the cell phone because for me there are a lot of distractions. When I get my cell phone, uh, I start to see something cool that will aggregate for me. So when I realize it, I am scrolling down the social media, the Instagram. So I like to avoid the cell phone. Yeah, that's it.
Elton, I tried to use Notion, but I don't know, for me it's a little bit complex, and I spent a lot of time to discover how to use it and not to use it for my organization, you know? So
Yeah, yeah. On
I
the
abandoned
internet,
it.
you can find a lot of templates about everything. You can use some kinds of Trello or Kanban there. Uh, so I like to get these templates and use it. It depends for what proposal I like to do there. Uh, I used it about 2 years. I was I was having some kinds of financial control, so everything that I was earning and I was spending, I was taking notes there.
Yeah, it's a good, and especially if you have big plans like to do a big travel, you need to use some of these tools to manage the money and plan the travel. I
Yeah,
used planner for 4 years. When I did my PhD, I use it a lot. But nowadays I prefer something more digital. And I use the app that I mentioned. I use in my computer. I don't have it on my cell phone because the same reason that you mentioned it. And yeah, so I try to control my activities when I using my computer and put the check. And when I start my day, I open this app and see all the things that I need to do. And I have a specific day in my week. Every Friday, I have 1 hour that I planned the next week. And I do it like an exercise with a group. And so every Friday we connect together in a meeting and we do it together, each one with our tasks and our plans. And we do it, we have like some rules to follow that help us to organize the things during the week. And we have some like a Pomodoro technique. We have a couple of minutes to do the first thing, to follow the first rule, and then we go to the next one, and we completed a cycle and conclude all the how to say, the things that we planned for the next week, you know. So it's a good strategy. So guys, the next question, it's an interesting one, and I'd like to know about you a bit. Can priorities change over time, and if so, what factors influence these changes?
Yes, of course, because I'm a little suspect to talk about because, as I said, I am an agilist. But I think you give a, a good example about your father. I passed about this situation a few months ago, which a person in my family, and uh, this changed everything. So you said to about for for the for the next 5 years. I never planned something more than 6 months or 1 year because we living in a world the things are in constantly change. So if I plan something thinking about 5 years in the future and everything is changing, the main certain we have it's that will be changed. So I maybe I can be frustrated because that I think to play this windows this small windows. So I yes answer the question. I think priorities can be changed, and the factors I gave you the examples about the world we live, the situations we live. I don't know. And about you, Elton?
Yeah, I totally agree with this question. I believe that what make my priority is my situation, my current situation. So I am a guy that I am all the time changing my mind. I am I'm all the time open to learning new things, to change my ideas. So with that, you always have a new goal, you have a new direction. You need to stop and think more about your goals and maybe setting new goals. So yeah, I totally agree with that. I believe that I'm not the same that I was yesterday, and I will be happy if tomorrow I get up with new ideas, a new minding. So yeah, you need to be constantly learning and change. And you, Gabriele?
I totally agree with you guys. I think we changed a lot during the life, and we pass through some stages in life. So it's impossible to maintain the same goals, the same priorities in life. And not because we change it, but also because unexpected things happen with us. And this is the secret of life. So if you can plan it everything in life, it's not make sense, you know. So I think all the things for us changed, our priorities, our goals, the things that we want to do, the people that the person that we want to become. So I think it's a natural process, and the factors depend of the urgence, the unexpected things. Um, as we grow up, our vision of life changed a lot. So it's another motivation that make us to 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 plan other things and to change our priorities, you know. So yeah, guys, I totally agree with you. And I'd like to ask you, Elton, something. I don't know, Abby, as are you a father or no?
Father of a dog.
Okay, a father dog. But about you, Elton, do you think that when you become a father, our priorities changed a lot? I don't know if it's a natural process for you, or you feel that as your kid grow up, you are changed with your kid, and our priorities are around the necessities of your kids. Can you explain a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure. I don't know, but before my daughter born, I I believe that I hadn't a good perspective of life. I don't know, a perspective of future. So after that, I started the graduation. Oh no, I mean, I finished the high school because I wasn't study anymore. So I back to school, I finish and I go to the oh, I forgot the words. I started my graduation after that. And yeah, I changed a lot after that. Uh, I I changed my behavior, my perspective of future. So I don't know how can I explain that, but I just changed my ideas, my way to think, to thought.
Yeah, I asked you this question because I'm not a mother, but I heard from my friends that are mothers that when a when a kid born, um, a mom borns too. So in some steps of the kid's life, uh, the kid is the priority, and the moms don't have time to themselves, you know. So for this is the reason that I asked you, because i I can imagine that all the things change, and specifically your purpose and your sense of life and your urgency, you know, to bring to your kids a good future, you know, something
Yeah,
related to it.
it's crazy because you know that someone depends on you. You put a person uh, in the world, so you need to have the right tools to have the right instructions for that person. So first of all, of course, you need to have a self-structuring. You need to have a self sense of responsibility. So yeah, I believe that sometimes it happens naturally. So yeah, I don't know how can I explain that, but it's a crazy thing. It helps me a lot.
Thank you for sharing, Elton.
By
So
the way,
guys,
my daughter is 11 years old.
mhm, Yeah, so this is another step of her life. So it's a different stage. I think, I don't know, maybe when she was younger, things are more difficult, you know, because you are learning how to be a father, and
Yeah.
then not it's not easy. I know that it's not easy, but it's you are I don't know how to say, but you know how to do the things more than in the past, you know?
Yeah, but nowadays I'm having some kinds of problems because she's in an age that I need to learn how to have a conversation with her because she's almost an I forgot the word, an adolescent. I forgot the word. So I need,
Teenager. Mm.
yeah, yes, thank you. So I need to explain how the words works. I need to be clear about it. So sometimes I am a little bit shy to talk with her to her. So I'm trying to learn how can I explain about it for her. So it's a hard question, a hard responsibility.
Yeah, I can imagine. Good luck for you.
Thank you.
So, guys, we have time to discuss one more question. And I'd like to skip some questions and to go to the question number 8. What role does self-care plays in your list of your priorities? Abe, can you start?
Sure. I think it's top, top one, top three. As I said, healthy, family, and knowledge. It's my main priorities. But so I think self-care uh, gets in the priority one, health, because I don't know, women's have a specific type of self-care, hair, skins, I don't know. But for me, self-care is take my time, take care of my body, doing exercise, and take care of my mind. I like to meditate before I go to sleep. And nowadays, I think the main problem we have in the society it's mental health because the VUCA world we live, because the capitalism, because a lot of things. So, in my opinion, I focus a lot in this kind of self care, self mental health, self care. And
I
you, Gabriel?
completely I completely understand you, and I totally agree. I spent a long time in my life when I didn't put myself as a priority, my self care as a priority. And now, I don't know, not now, but one 2 years ago, I realized that I can do the things that I'm planning if I care to myself at first, you know, because I need to take care of my health, my mental health, my body health, and the other things related to it, to to be a person that um beca- become the things true, do the things that I'm planning. Because if my healthcare or my mental health, uh, my sorry, my body health and my mental health are not good, I cannot do the things that I'm planning or achieve my goals and be a better person, you know? So I changed it 2 years ago, and now my self-care is one of my priorities. I think it's the first one, and then the other things. And how about you, Elton?
Well, nowadays I have the right priority for my well-being. So it is on the top of my priorities. And yeah, I am a guy that some years ago, I never liked I never liked to practice some sports or even have a active life. So nowadays, I like to try everything, and I believe that it helped me a lot. Helped it to bring me more responsibilities, a new way to thought, more maturity, and I don't know, I just see advantages on that. So I would like to try new sports, and yeah, in general, it's helping me in my to have a body healthy and a mind healthy. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Elton. And welcome again, guys. So I'd like to know about you, Andrea. How was the conversation for you today?
It was really great, Gabi. Thanks for the topic. It was amazing to talk with Alexandre and Igor. Alexandre, it's always a good vibe, so it's very good to talk with him. Thank you.
Yes, he is. And I'd like to know what advice would you give to stay focused on priorities amidst distractions and temptations?
Oh my gosh, it's a good question. It's a hard one because I consider myself a disorganized person, at least in my home. So for me, it's difficult but maybe try to pick up the things that you need to do in urgency, for example. I think it works for me in this way.
Thank you so much, Andrea. And how about you, Swellen? How was the conversation for you?
It was good. It was very good. I love the topic.
Oh, so thank you. And I'd like to know about you. What role does self-care plays in your list of priorities?
Yeah, I think it's good because I think self-care it's about it's connect with self-esteem because when your self-esteem is high, you can take care about you and I think take care about other person as well. And you when you feel good, you feel better, you can define your priorities and complete and achieve your goals. I think it's all the things is connected.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing. And for you, Pedro, how was the conversation?
Well, was a good conversation. This topic made me think a lot because I have ADHD, so it's so hard to me to prioritize, to remember the prioritize. So it's a mess. So, but I always try to be a better person.
Thank you for sharing, Pedro. And for you, Igor, how was the conversation?
Conversation was really good. It's a good, very good topic. I am like Andrea. I am not a organized person, so it was difficult for me. A lot of questions, but yeah, I learned a lot of new things from Alexander, especially because he is very organized.
So thank you so much. And I'd like to know about you, Alexandre. How was your priority in life nowadays? You are muted.
I hear muted.
My priorities live day by day in a positive way, eating healthy food, smile a lot to everyone, talk to everyone when I can. Being healthy and being happy is my priority.
Thank you for sharing, Alexandre. And last but not least, Elias, how was the conversation for you?
Conversation was very great. This topic is very important, and I realized that I have to prioritize more and better my tasks.
Thank you for sharing. Guys, I put on the chat the survey about this immersion, so you can rate this immersion from 1 to 10 and put some comments, bring some ideas to the next immersions here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for staying with me at night. And I hope to see you again last week. So have a good rest of the week, have a good weekend, and see you guys. Bye-bye. Thank you so